Okay, in this video you'll see a number of things that we talked about. Initially, they're going to do the Ling 6 sounds test to verify the function of the cochlear implants. You'll note that she's behind them, so there's no visual cues. Then later they'll do some communication repair strategies and so forth, and I'll be stopping it as we go through to show you.
Ooh, sh, ah, e, s, s. Mm-hmm. Ooh, s, sh, e, s, sh, ooh, 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 ooh. All right, Reagan, you ready? Ooh, 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 s, e, sh, Okay, good job. All right. Can you guess what we're going to talk about?
Movies.
Yes, movies is the theme. But you do know what our topic is?
Practice clear communication.
Practice clear communication. And remember, we did some of that this summer, right? And so we're going to do three things. First, we're going to review what is clear communication, right? And talk about what makes good communication. Then we're going to practice. We're going to pretend we're going to the movies and practice. And then we're going to make a plan because we're going out to a restaurant later. Okay? So do you remember what the three things were? What?
We need to describe what is clear communication is.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And then what?
And then talk about restaurant.
Right. And so right now, I'm not signing. So is that clear communication for both? Or would it be better if I signed? What do you think? Voice only or voice with sign? Which one's better for you? You want both? Okay. So what would be appropriate? If I'm talking, would be appropriate.
Ask you nicely to sign.
Yeah. So what would be some words that you could use to do that?
Can you please sign?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do you mind? Can you please sign for me? All right. So we're going to try it again? Okay. So we're going to do three things, right? The first one is review. What is clear communication, right? The second one is we're going to practice clear communication. We're going to pretend we're going to the movies.
Yes.
And the third is we're going to make a plan for, do you remember? A restaurant. Yeah, we're going to go to a restaurant. Okay. So let's start with clear communication. Let me ask a question. Today, did you have any communication breakdowns?
Yes.
You did? Can you give me an example?
In my art class, my friend Cooper, he was talking to me, and then he was talking not clear. I didn't understand, so our communication broke down.
Yeah. So your communication broke down, so what did you do?
I asked him to repeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Was he mad?
No.
What happened?
He talked nicely and louder.
Yeah. And did that help?
Yes.
Resolve the problem? Did you have any communication breakdowns today?
Orchestra.
In orchestra. What happened in orchestra?
We had chatting like 3 times and we laughed. And then,
So I'm curious, when you're chatting, do you have an interpreter? Are you watching? I mean, are there other deaf kids there? Because you're the only deaf one in orchestra, right? So how does that work for you?
well, I have no interpreter today because we had 3 times. So I already teach my friend sign language. And then, maybe 5, my friend has sign basically,
Mhm.
and then after I can do sign, spell it, like slowly and spell it.
Right. So your hearing friends are not skilled signers, right? And so their communication breaks down. One strategy is to ask them to finger spell it, right? Because you've already taught them the alphabet. That's good. All right. So what are some other concepts, other things you need if we have to make a list of clear communication? What are some things you can do? I'm going to write them down. What do you think?
You can sign and talk.
Sign and talk. Sign and talk same time. Now, is that always perfect? No. So is it okay to sign and then talk, to switch back and forth? Is that okay? It depends, right? You have to match who your partner is, right? So let's say that. Match my partner. Okay. What else?
You can talk louder.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Reagan's turn.
Can you speak slowly?
That's a good plan. Uh-huh. Okay. Any more?
Look at people's face.
I like that. Do you know what we call that when you're looking at a person's face? Have you seen that sign? What do
Eye
you call it?
contact.
Mm-hmm. Eye contact.
That remind me of Sue Thomas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that TV show. All right. Anything else? I'm going to add one. Sometimes it's hard for me if I don't know what the topic is. So sometimes it's helpful if somebody says, this is the topic, right? So let's put clear topic. Perfect. Right. Now, we can do all of that and the communication still breaks down. So I want to review 4 strategies we can use if communication breaks down. And we talked about these 4 this summer.
So here she's going to go through some specific repair strategies with these young ladies. So pay attention and think back to class and see if any of them are the ones that we learned in class.
To help us remember. So the first thing is we could repeat. And I remember you said that today, right? You asked them to repeat, right? So that would be one strategy. And so they could repeat the whole sentence or repeat some words or, like you said, repeat it more slowly, right? Change. What does that mean? How would you change your communication?
You can change your sentence more quickly.
You could change how you do your sentence. Or, like Reagan said, you could add signing, right? That would be a change. Any other changes?
You can change the topic to more clear, like understand.
Right, you could set the topic more clearly. What about adding information?
You can add whatever saying, like for example, Reagan wants you like where is she?
Mm-hmm.
You can say who wants you.
Yeah. And sometimes that's just giving background information, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the I because we're showing, right? And that could be signing or a picture or something else, right? So I'm going to leave this out. And if our communication breaks down, I'm going to show you which one maybe you should try.
Okay, so think back to the chapter on communication breakdowns and review that chapter if you have specific questions.